Ethan Harper was the kind of person who preferred the comfort of solitude. An introvert by nature, he found peace in the quiet corners of his mind, far from the bustling energy of crowds and loud conversations. To him, the noise of the world was overwhelming, so he lived a life of calm routine, content in his own company. His colleagues at the bustling marketing firm where he worked often saw him as a man of few words. He wasn't the one to initiate conversations in the break room or engage in the lively banter that filled the office. Instead, Ethan would quietly focus on his work, diligently completing his tasks with precision and care. He was good at his job, great even, but his reserved nature meant that his contributions often went unnoticed, overshadowed by the more extroverted personalities in the team. Ethan's manager, Mr. Langston, was a different breed altogether. A charismatic leader with a booming voice, Mr. Langston thrived in the spotlight. He was the type of person who believed that success was measured by how loudly you proclaimed your achievements and how visible you made yourself in the workplace. To him, Ethan was an enigma, a puzzle that didn't quite fit the vibrant culture he envisioned for the team. Over time, Mr. Langston's frustrations with Ethan grew. He didn't understand why someone with so much potential would choose to stay in the shadows, and he began to see Ethan's quiet demeanor as a lack of ambition. This perception soon turned into a bias, and Mr. Langston began assigning Ethan the less glamorous tasks, data entry, filing reports, and other tedious jobs that no one else wanted to do. Despite the increasing pressure, Ethan never complained. He accepted the tasks given to him and completed them with the same level of dedication he gave to everything else. He understood that Mr. Langston was testing him, trying to push him out of his comfort zone, but Ethan knew his strengths. He believed in the power of hard work and persistence, even if it wasn't always recognized. As time passed, the office buzzed with the announcement of a major project, a high-stakes campaign that would determine the firm's standing with a prestigious client. The project was the talk of the company, and everyone wanted to be part of it. Mr. Langston was tasked with forming a team to lead the campaign, and unsurprisingly, Ethan was not included in the initial selection. However, fate had other plans. 2 days before the project kickoff, the team's lead analyst unexpectedly resigned, leaving a crucial gap in the team. With no time to hire a replacement, Mr. Langston reluctantly turned to Ethan. The manager's decision wasn't out of respect for Ethan's skills, but rather a matter of desperation. He assumed Ethan would merely assist in the background, allowing the more vocal team members to shine. But Ethan had other ideas. He saw this as an opportunity to prove his worth, not through words but through action. He dove into the project headfirst, using his analytical mind to break down complex problems and devise innovative solutions. While others were busy debating strategies in long meetings, Ethan quietly worked behind the scenes, ensuring that every detail was accounted for. As the project progressed, it became clear that Ethan's contributions were invaluable. His meticulous attention to detail caught errors that others overlooked, saving the team from potential disasters. His methodical approach to problem-solving ensured that deadlines were met and the client's expectations were exceeded. Slowly, his teammates began to recognize his value, seeking his input on critical decisions. Mr. Langston, however, was slow to acknowledge Ethan's role in the project's success. The manager continued to credit the team's achievements to the more outspoken members, reserving little praise for Ethan. But Ethan didn't mind. He had never been motivated by recognition. He found fulfillment in knowing that his work made a difference, even if it wasn't always acknowledged. As the campaign neared completion, the client requested a final presentation to review the results. Mr. Langston, confident in his own abilities, planned to deliver the presentation himself. But on the morning of the presentation, disaster struck. Mr. Langston came down with a severe case of the flu and was bedridden, unable to attend. Panic swept through the office. The presentation was critical, and without their leader, the team was at a loss. That's when Ethan stepped forward. With quiet determination, he volunteered to deliver the presentation. His colleagues were taken aback. Ethan had never been one to seek the spotlight, but there was no other option, so they agreed. The day of the presentation arrived, and Ethan stood before the client's executives, his heart pounding in his chest. Public speaking had never been his strong suit, but he knew this was his moment. As he began to speak, something remarkable happened. The words flowed naturally, fueled by his deep understanding of the project and his passion for the work. He walked the executives through the campaign with clarity and confidence, highlighting the team's achievements and the strategies that had led to their success. He didn't embellish or grandstand. He simply presented the facts, allowing the work to speak for itself. When he finished, there was a moment of silence followed by applause. The client was thoroughly impressed, not just with the results of the campaign, but with Ethan's presentation. They praised the team's efforts and, to everyone's surprise, specifically acknowledged Ethan's role in the success. Back at the office, the atmosphere shifted. Ethan was no longer seen as the quiet guy who kept to himself. His colleagues began to respect him for his skills and dedication, seeking his advice on various projects. Even Mr. Langston, who had underestimated Ethan for so long, had to admit that he had been wrong. Though the manager never openly apologized, he started to assign Ethan more challenging tasks, recognizing that there was more to him than met the eye. Ethan continued to work in his own quiet way, but now there was a sense of confidence in his demeanor. He had proven to himself and to others that success wasn't about being the loudest or most visible person in the room. It was about dedication, perseverance, and the courage to step up when it mattered most. In the end, Ethan Harper's success was not measured by how much recognition he received, but by the impact he made in the lives of those around him. And in the bustling world of marketing, where voices often clashed for attention, Ethan's quiet strength stood out, a testament to the power of introverts who find their own way to shine.
Unlock the world of English with our captivating stories. Like and subscribe to our channel for a fun and easy way to improve your language skills every day.